Morning, guys. Hope you're all well. It's pretty early, so I'm hoping we can get this done and uploaded before 10:30. So you guys have a new one today. Um, you guys, I went to Walmart like yesterday or the day before. Oh man, I thought about you guys so much. Like, just know that you are with me here in Tampa. Little things that I do and see throughout the day, like constantly remind me of each one of you. So y'all are with me, and I love you. And for sake of time, so that hopefully I can get this uploaded on YouTube before y'all meet. Let's just go. Let's just get started. So 6:10. Okay. So we'll go for like 40 minutes or so ish, like we usually do. And I tried to give you a longer shavasana last time, so hopefully that worked. And we'll try to do that again today. Okay, yoga seat. So we'll start. Just come to your comfortable seat. I'm moving my block kind of out of the way. Always start with your alignment. So check your feet out. Make sure your feet are pointing forward at 12 o'clock on a clock dial. And then line up your knees over your ankles and your hips in line with your knees. And then see if you can stack your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. Draw your chin down just slightly, and you can close your eyes here for these first few moments and breaths as we're getting grounded and centered in to start our practice today. So start to lengthen through your inhales. And then equally lengthen through your exhales. If possible, draw your breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Take about 3 more breaths on your own. And see if you can set an intention for your practice this morning. 2 more. Last breath in, fill up completely. And then this time you can open your mouth and sort of sigh your exhale out. Your next breath, open your eyes and stretch your arms out overhead. Just kind of do any movements that feel good. Lately I've been interlacing my fingers and flipping my palms up just to really stretch through the side bodies and the shoulders. And then go ahead and gently release your arms. Loosen up the neck first. Take your right ear over to your right shoulder. And just start to trace your chin across your chest, going the opposite way, left ear to left shoulder, and then back around. So just making forward half circles. Just do that a couple times, moving from side to side. And then see if you can go back half circles. So side to side also, but this time going back. For me, it feels a lot different to go back than forward. A lot more pressure on the cervical spine, so just be mindful and only do what works for you. And then make full circles here, just a couple in each direction. And then switch if you haven't already. And come back through your center. Sit up tall and straight. And then inhale your shoulders up to your ears. And then exhale, let them fall down and back. And we'll do shoulder circles, moving with breath. So your inhales will lift your shoulders up, and your exhales will draw them down and around. And then switch directions. Inhale to lift them up, and exhale to come down and around. My arms are bent. Yours can be straight, or you can use them for circles, big or small. whatever works best for you. And come back through your center. Reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale into a cactus or goddess, arms, elbows in line with shoulders, and wrists stacked over your elbows as much as you can. Flex your fingers, so create action through your hands, and then start to pull your shoulder blades back into your spine. Push your sternum forward and maybe lift your chin and look up. You might get a little back bend here, or maybe not. I'm also really pressing down through my feet and pushing my hips forward. So full body integration here. Take one more breath. And then exhale, come back through center. And inhale one more time back into your cactus shape. And do the same thing. So you can activate as much of your muscles as you want to by pressing down through your feet and then actively pulling your arms back, or you can just kind of take it a little bit more gentle and restorative, whatever you need right now. Take one more breath and then let it all go and sort of shake it out. And inhale your arms up overhead. And then exhale, we're going to twist out. So right hand behind you, find your chair wherever you can. Left hand to your right knee or thigh. Inhale, lift up through the spine, so really tall and strong. And then exhale to twist. You might look over your right shoulder, or you might just look straight ahead. Stay with the breath and continue to pull in length as you inhale. And maybe you can get a little bit more of a twist with your next exhale out. We'll do that one more time. Breath in and breath out. And inhale to draw yourself back through center again. Arms extend high. And then exhale, twist the other way. Left hand behind you, right hand cross body to your left knee or thigh. Take a few breaths here, focusing and really exaggerating the inhales and the lengths. And then see if you can get a deeper twist with each breath out. And one more inhale here. Exhale it out. Inhale to draw yourself back through center. And then exhale, just let your right hand fall down. And you can use your hand for support, or you can let it hang, sort of whichever works best for you. But you're going to just lean over towards the right. So you're pushing through your left rib cage, really expanding out, getting a side body stretch on the left side. I'm using my arm here for support. If you wanted some more core, though, you could keep your arm off of the chair. And then we'll inhale, right arm back up to meet your left, and exhale down the other side. Left hand releases, right arm reaches over to the left. And again, you're pushing through your right rib cage out, and maybe your hand is supporting you here, or maybe you're using a little bit more of your core and having your hand off of the chair. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and release it out, sort of shake it out. Y'all, my legs are like sore today, so we're gonna do some extra stretching on the legs, and then we'll move a little bit more. So hopefully that works with you. So this is kind of a little bit different than what we normally do. Go ahead and grab your block, place it sort of in the middle of you so that you've got some support. Make sure you're back enough in your chair to where you're not gonna fall, and just sort of let your legs just fall open a little bit so we can get kind of into the hips. So we're gonna inhale, reach up high, and then exhale, fold on down to your block. So you're folding from your hips, leading with your heart, keeping your back nice and flat here. So your lumbar spine is protected. And then once you have a couple breaths here, if you want to come further down onto like the next level of your block, or maybe even to the ground, you can go ahead and do that. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, fold, maybe even just a little bit further down towards the ground. And then go ahead and inhale, rise all the way back up. You can use your block for support as you make your way back up to the top. And then straighten out your right leg. So your left leg stays bent. Your right leg straightens. Your block is still here for support. You're going to inhale, reach up high, and exhale, sort of twist over. So you're going to fold over your right leg. and then we'll fold down. So your block's right here. You can grab it and move it. You can put it on the inside of your foot or the outside. If we had 2 on each side, that would be ideal. But so just make it kind of work for you. If you don't need the block, then you can again come all the way down to the ground. We'll take another breath, let it out, and then slowly rise all the way back up. So use your block on the way up if you want to for support, and then bring your right leg back in. We'll switch sides. Left leg extends out long, right leg is bent. Inhale, arms extend high. And then exhale, rotate over sort of your left leg, so you're kind of folding this way. Again, folding from your hips, leading with your heart. I have a lot less access on this side. I don't know if you guys can tell or see it in the video, but on the other side, I could go all the way down to the ground. On this side, I can't. So you might notice differences side to side in your own body. One side might feel easier. So just use the block as you need to, in whichever length. Even for me, I need the high side on my left. So we'll take one more breath, let it out, and then inhale, come all the way back up. Again, you can use your block for support. And then bring your legs back together. Maybe sort of give them a little wiggle side to side. And then we're gonna scoot just a little bit over. We kind of usually do this at the end, but I need to stretch in my hip flexors early. So we're gonna stretch through the hip flexors and the quads a little bit now. So we're gonna take the right leg back. Again, this, depending on if your shoes are on or off, you might press through the top of your foot, or you might be on your shoe sort of at the toe. So whatever works best for you, whatever you need to. You're gonna focus on creating the length in your spine, so sit up really tall. Your left hand can support you on the chair. And then just try to pull your right leg back behind you as much as you can to feel the stretch, kind of right here through your hip flexor. Sorry, y'all. So you're good right here. If you want to get a little bit further into the stretch and maybe add in the side body, take your right arm up overhead. And then you'll just start to lean. So that same side body stretch we did seated, we're going to do here in this shape. So you'll feel the stretch pull down through your right side and into your right hip flexor. We'll take one more breath. And then let it go. Bring it all the way back. Right leg comes back up, sort of wiggle it out, or make your way gently over to the other side of your chair. So then right leg is going to be bent out in front, and then your left leg will come back. Again, you can press through the top of your foot. That's what I'm doing because I don't have shoes on. But if your shoes are on, then you'll be on sort of that toe pad. And then just create your shape here by pressing down through both feet, whatever you have touching the ground, and then really lifting up through the spine. Pull your shoulders back. Your right hand can support you on your chair. You can stay just like this or add the same side body stretch in. So the left hand will come up and then maybe even over towards the side. So you'll deepen the stretch through the left hip flexor and sort of get that same side body stretch as we did earlier. Take one more breath and let it out, and then come back through center. Okay, bring your left leg back, come back to your chair, and then go ahead and place your block right in front of you. And then now that we're all a little bit warmed up and stretched, or at least I am, I hope you guys are, we'll move and flow a little bit with our breath. So we'll go through some sun salutations. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold down to your block or the earth, whichever works better for you. Remembering that you have 3 edges to your block, tall, medium, short, or the ground. And then inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands up to your knees or thighs. Really pull your shoulder blades together, straighten out your spine. Fold forward on your next exhale. And then inhale, rise all the way back up, extended mountain. Exhale, press your hands together through your heart center. We'll do a couple more, going a little faster with breath. So inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to reach all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale, draw your hands together through your heart. We'll do one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Arms come all the way up overhead. Exhale, draw your hands through your heart. We're going to keep going into sun bees, actually. So inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, draw your right leg up with you just as much as you can. And we're going to pause here, just an exaggerated sun bee. So take a couple circles through your ankle. Just give yourself just a moment here, a couple breaths. Take one more inhale. And then on your exhale, we'll fold back down. Inhale, come up with your left leg this time. Same thing here. Allow yourself a pause, a couple breaths to circle out through your ankle. And then go the other way. Another breath here, inhale. And then exhale, fall all the way down. Not fall, fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands together at your heart. And we'll keep going. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, draw your right leg up with you. Exhale, fold. Inhale, draw your left leg with you. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. We'll take a couple breaths here just to reset and recenter. Inhale. Exhale. And one more inhale. Exhale. And then go ahead and release your hands. I'm going to move my block out of the way. We're going to do some leg extensions. So set up your seat. I'm a little bit more forward, so just be comfortable, whichever way you need to be or you like. And then really press down for your through your left foot and inhale your right leg out straight. My hip flexors are really sore, so I can't lift up as much as I usually do, which is just something to be mindful of, is that, you know, your body and your muscles change from day to day. So whatever you have going on, you know, last week you might have been able to do more or less, and that's all good either way. We'll take one more breath. And then just gently release your right leg down to the ground. And then we'll inhale the left leg up. Oh, this one's even more sore. So really flex your toes and try to lift up as much as you can. And then exhale, release. And then we'll move through a little bit faster with breath. A couple leg extensions on each side. Inhale, right leg. And then exhale, let it go. See if you can keep the length in your spine and sit up tall and straight as we move through these. Inhale, left leg, and then exhale, let it go. To take a little pressure off though, it is totally okay to lean back a little bit. So do it in the way that you need to, best for your body. Inhale, right leg, exhale, release. Inhale, left leg, exhale, release. And then we'll add in opposite arms. So inhale, right leg, left arm. Take it out to the side on your exhale, just as much as you can. And then inhale back through center. Exhale, drop it all down. And then other side, inhale, left leg, add in your right arm. On your exhale, take it out to the side. Ooh, we can't go very far on this side today. And then inhale, back through center. Exhale, drop it down. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Took me a minute there. Exhale, come out to the side. Back through center. And then release it down. Other side, last time, left leg, right arm. Really press through your right foot. Get the length in your spine, lift up tall. Exhale, peel it out. Ooh, just as much as you can. I don't know what I did, you guys. I did something to this side. And then come back through center and let it all go. Take a breath in, reset. A breath out. And then take your arms, just cross them across your lap. So opposite hand to opposite knee or thigh. I'm sort of in the middle here. Then we'll flow through some cat-cows with our arms crossed. So as you inhale, push your hips forward, shoulders back. Maybe you lift your chin and look up slightly. And then exhale, round through your spine. You can use your arms to sort of give yourself a little bit of leverage and deepen the stretch. And then inhale, come back in through your cat or cow. And then exhale to cat. Come back through your center. Take a breath in, a breath out. And then cross your arms the opposite way. Which way did I just do? I don't even remember. I think I was the other way. Okay, so other way if you can remember. Inhale, two on this side, with your arms this way. Inhale into your cow shape, hips forward, shoulders back. Exhale, round into your cat. And then inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back through your center. Breath in. Breath out. I'm going to take my block and place it on my lap. We're going to do some twists. So you can use the block or not. You don't have to. This will just kind of give you a little bit of length and access to more lift and lengthening through the spine. So you decide when we get going if you want to move it out of the way or not. We'll start with an inhale. Reach your arms up high. And then exhale, draw your hands together at your heart center. So really activate through your hands and your feet here. So you're pushing down through your feet, pushing your hands together. You'll feel sort of the muscles in your arms engage. Pull your belly button to your spine, take a breath in. And as you exhale, you're gonna hinge forward, just kind of around like 45 degrees, keeping your shoulders back. So now your lower back muscles are working and so is your core. We're just going to hold here for another inhale. On an exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So your left elbow is going to find your block. Anywhere that you can make that connection, the more over towards the right side your elbow lands, the deeper of a twist. So you might be able to shimmy your elbow over as we breathe a couple more breaths together. So we'll inhale, create the length. And then exhale, twist. So I'm going to move my elbow over and just get a little bit deeper of a stretch. I'm pressing my hands together, lifting up and looking over my right shoulder. We'll take one more breath and then let it go. And inhale to come back through center, reset, sit up tall and straight. Activate through the hands and the feet, and then exhale, fold, or not fold, but hinge. So keeping the lumbar spine straight and flat. Another breath in to lift and create the length, keep the length. And then an exhale to twist the other way. So your right elbow will find your block. And again, wherever you find the block is good. You might be able to shimmy your elbow over to the left side of the block a little bit more with each breath. So we'll move together, inhale, lift, and then exhale to twist. So I'm going to kind of move my elbow over, press through your hands, keep lifting with each breath in, and then maybe you turn your head up over your left shoulder. One more breath, and then come all the way back. Inhale to lift and reset. And then exhale, we're going to fold back down. So you're going to kind of move your forearms together and you're going to rest on your block. On your next breath in, you're going to sweep your right arm out to the side and up. Really extend your fingers as much as you can. Reach up towards the ceiling. Draw your right shoulder up and back. And then bend at the elbow, let your hand rest wherever it can land, sort of by your ear, behind your head. And just start to make a couple circles with your elbow. the bigger, actually big or small. I was gonna say the bigger the better, but that's not necessarily true. Whatever you need the most, whatever works best for you. Um, I'm kind of making big circles, but you can make small ones. I switched directions, so if you haven't already, go ahead and do that. And then on the next time you're up at the top, stop. Extend your fingers out one more time and see if you can reach up, maybe even a little bit higher. And then on an exhale, pull your right shoulder back even more, just to really get a stretch here. Take one more breath and then bring it all back down. That was kind of a long stretch. Hopefully that felt okay for you guys. So recenter on your block. And then we'll go to the other side. On an inhale, extend your left arm out, straight out and up. Look up at your fingers, really like flex them, keep them active. And then see if you can bend at the elbow, let your hand rest on your head and start to make those circles with your elbow, moving in one direction or the other. I'm making big circles again, or I'm trying to. So whichever size of circles you want. I also just switched directions, so go ahead and do that if you haven't already. And then the next time you come up to the top, stop, straighten out your left arm and really reach up high. On an exhale, pull over, so you're really exaggerating that stretch, and then come back to your block. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then on your next inhale, lift all the way up. Release your block, let it go. Kind of keep it in reach. We'll probably use it again. And then just kind of resettle into your chair. We'll take an inhale and an exhale. Release your hands from your lap and bring them behind you, anywhere you can reach on the chair. So I'm sort of like kind of at the like mid level of my chair, but you can hold on wherever you can grab, wherever works for you. We're gonna back bend a little bit, so keep your feet firmly on the ground and really press down through them, and then start to push your hips forward. Draw your shoulders into your chest, and you're really pushing out through your sternum, so you'll feel the stretch and kind of the arch in your lumbar spine. So my chin is lifted and I'm looking up, but if that doesn't feel good on your neck, you can look straight ahead. So whatever works best for you. We'll take one more breath and then let it go. Then we'll release, come back through center line, and just sort of gentle twist it out. And then we'll go again. So reach behind you, find your chair wherever you can, press through your feet. Push your hips forward, shoulders pull together. I'm lifting through the chin and looking back, just a little back and up. Take one more breath. Let it out. And then go ahead and release everything. Shake it out, any movement that you need, sort of from side to side. And then we're going to just take a couple more cat-cows. So you can have your hands separate or crossed like we did earlier. If you want to also exaggerate your cat shape, you can do the interlace through the fingers and press your palms out. We'll do 2 more to your own breath and kind of whichever style you prefer. And then come through center. We got to do hips because hips are important. So we're gonna do hips. So pigeon. So we'll start just by pulling the right leg up. If you want more circles through your ankle, you can do that. You can hold above the knee or underneath. I'm gonna actually hold underneath and kind of do some circles this way. This just gets into the hip joint a little bit before we move into our shape. Oops, block. And then come through to your stillness and bring your right foot over your left knee or thigh. So again, options here. I love actually doing this in front of the video because I can see this leg, because there's always a tendency for this leg to fall out. So notice if your leg is falling out. and then pull it back in. And if this doesn't work for you, you can straighten out the left leg and keep the figure 4 shape, foot above or below the knee. And this will be the same on the other side. And then if this does not work for you, you can try leaning back, or you can sit up tall again and bring your right foot down to the inside of your left foot. So pick a variation of the shape that works for you and that you can sort of stay settled in for a few breaths, and then we'll just start to draw inward and really focus on the breath. So we'll do 5 breaths from here. Remember on your inhales to draw up, lift up through the spine, shoulders come back. And your exhales can allow for a slight pressure on the inside of your right knee and a slight hinge forward, maybe not. If you have really flexible hips, you might be able to hinge forward a whole lot. We've got 2 more. And last one. Go ahead and draw yourself back up to seated. And then to come out of it, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to release your right leg, but cross it, not over the leg, but just at the ankles. And I can see I'm sort of just cut off, but I think you can tell what I'm doing. So my feet are crossed and then planted on the ground. And we're going to fold from here. So inhale, reach up high, and then exhale, fold. Again, you have your block. So come to your block first. And then if you feel like you want to and you and it feels safe and okay, you can fold all the way down to the ground. Take another inhale and exhale. And then draw yourself back up all the way. Uncross your feet. Let your knees kind of knock out side to side or back and forth, whatever feels best. And then we'll go to the other side. So how did I get out of range with my feet? Maybe that's better. On an inhale, pull your left leg up, and then same thing. You can make the circles through the ankle. I'm gonna grab underneath my leg and do circles through the whole hip joint. But make this your own. It's your yoga practice, so make it work for you. And then we'll move to pigeon on the other side. So left foot is going to cross over the right knee or thigh. And again, you have the same options as before. So this might work for you. If it does, make sure that the right leg stays straight and doesn't knock out to the side. And then if this doesn't work, straighten out the right leg. The foot can be above or below the knee. You can also recline back, and or left foot can come down to the ground. You'll sit up tall and straight and just allow the left leg to, your left leg to sort of open a little bit through the hips. So whatever works for you. I'm gonna try here, although this side is a lot tighter than the other side. So we'll do 5 breaths together from here. Four more, and just really see how long you can make your inhales and your exhales last. 3 more. Take these last 2 breaths and just really pull inward. Make sure you're getting whatever it is that you need. And then inhale, come all the way up. And then same thing on this side, you're gonna release the left foot over the right, but not cross at the thighs, really cross down at the feet. There, I think you can see it better. So we'll fold from here. Inhale, arms reach high. And then exhale, fold. You've got your block, so you can rest on it for support. And if it feels okay, you can come down onto either side. Take another inhale and another exhale. And then inhale to come all the way back up. And then uncross your legs, sort of readjust back in your chair. Take any sort of movements that you need. We're just gonna do a gentle hamstring stretch. So actually my block is kind of perfect. I'm gonna just move it over, place it in front of my left foot, and then extend your right leg out long. We do this in most of our practices. So seated pyramid. Start with your hands on your hips. Take a breath, and then fold. So we're only going to do this stretch once today, but we're going to hold it for 5 breaths from here. So you have a choice. You can stay hands at your hips. You can draw your arms to cactus, or you can release them to the ground. I'm going to release down to the block first and then down to the ground eventually. So whichever way you're choosing, we've got about 4 more breaths. 3 more, and so make sure whichever variation that you're in that you feel comfortable holding. So if you need to back up, back off, do that. It should feel good, not be like too much of a stretch or too much of a strain. 1 more. Exhale it out. And then go ahead and inhale back up to seated. Right leg comes back, and then left leg can straighten out. I'm gonna move my block over a little bit in front of my right foot. Start with your hands on your hips as a reminder to keep the core engaged. Belly button draws up and in, shoulders come back. And you're gonna choose your variation. So hands at hips, arms at cactus, or arms can release down to the ground. We'll breathe in together to start, and then fold. So you've got 5 breaths to move towards whichever variation of the shape that you choose. 3 more. And I find often that each breath, if I allow my breath to really, really like lengthen out and center in, I can kind of find, but I can find a deeper stretch, a deeper expression of the shape with each exhale. So we've got 1 more together. And then we'll slowly rise all the way back up. Bring your legs back together. And then just kind of take any movements that you need. We're gonna move into final rest. So I need a couple twists through the spine. So take anything that you need. Maybe you need some shoulder shrugs or neck rolls. And then find your final resting shape for Shavasana. So I'm gonna recline back in the chair. Both of my feet are planted. My palms are going to be resting on my lap face up. My eyes are closed, so allow yours to close if that feels comfortable, and then just return to the breath. Allow yourself to return to your intention that you set at the very beginning of your practice. And see if you can just let everything else go for just a few moments. Push all of your thoughts aside. And let yourself rest. start to bring movement back into your fingers and your toes. Just introducing gentle wiggles. And you're rolling out the wrists. And then start to make your way back into your yoga seat. Create that same alignment that we started with. So line up your knees over your ankles, hips with the knees, shoulders over the hips, and ears over the shoulders. You can open your eyes. We'll close with one breath together. Inhale, arms extend, and exhale through your heart center. Thank you, guys. Namaste. And there we go. I miss you guys a lot. You guys are here with me. I literally, I have Helen and Janet's plants like all over my apartment. My blankets from BJ and Giggles are like in the basket by my couch. Like I can see my scarf from Ruthie like hanging over my closet hook. You guys are with me. So I love you and I miss you. Yeah. And have an awesome day. Okay, bye.